Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Nick from the Foot Market. It is bright and early, and I have to make this video for you guys today because we got some insane cards, and they actually released some information on this squad. So I'm putting this video up before I'm streaming today because I want to get you guys sorted, knowing what's going to happen in a few hours, and then talking about after that, impacts of all these cards this week. If you guys enjoy the video today, just drop me a thumbs up. Market is pretty low right now, right? Like, we got out of Team of the Year. A lot of people got coins. A lot of people bought teams. And now people are panic selling those teams. Now, I'm not panic selling my team. I'm sticking with my team because, honestly, these cards are not better than Team of the Year cards. But if you're not in the loop or if you've been invisible, we just got these cards, man. Future Stars, they just put these out on Twitter, so these will be out in 3 hours. We've got some literally insane cards in here. So for me, this seems like EA dropped it's a young Team of the Year for the people that couldn't afford the current Team of the Years, which is good for me. But what this is going to cause is some panic, right? Because you have some really, really good cards. You have a lot of usable cards in this team, cards that will make people's teams. There are a few cards. There's two or three that I'm looking at specifically. There's two under my face cam. Well, there's three. I'm looking at Mendy, Upamecano, and Eder. I don't know how to pronounce that. Milito. Those guys look insane. And then the starting 11, I see Alexander-Arnold, who looks crazy. He looks really, really good. And then you've got just you got a ton of players. You got Wendell's Hullet gang. So you have a lot of players in this team that actually look insane. Arnold's going to be the most in-demand player I've seen in a while. I think because he's a right back, that is such a lacking position in the Premier League that I think a lot of people are going to go and try to use him, and he's going to compete with Kyle Walker and all those guys. Sancho's also going to be very, very popular. And there's a lot of players in here. De Ligt looks crazy. Aurora looks crazy. So a lot of these cards do look really, really good. And I think a lot of people are going to own packs for this. So how is this going to work? This whole promo is probably what a lot of you guys are wondering. It's going to be a pack promo, right? This is not going to be, these cards are all going to be in packs for probably a week, is what I would assume. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to talk to you guys because they tweeted out, these are the FUT Future Stars of 2019 with ratings based on what they could be if they fulfill their potential. So that upgrade system that we talked about this week, that's what I heard from the grapevine. But again, probably not. EA is probably not capable of that because you know how FIFA works, guys. FIFA's just behind every other game, and these guys like money. And they're not going to put an effort to make untradeable SBCs or things like that where you could upgrade your player. That's just too good to be true because you wouldn't be giving EA money. So sorry for that this week. I had heard that was coming. So I was bringing the information to you guys. However, we still have some insane cards. And look, we never get cards after Team of the Year. So I'm not going to sit here and be salty. We literally, guys, we never get cards after Team of the Year. So that's just something that you guys got to understand. Never do we ever get cards after Team of the Year. So this is the first time that we've actually gotten something content-wise after Team of the Year. FUT Future Stars is our definitive list of breakout stars for 2019. The squad of Wonder Kids are on the cusp of breaking through into their football mainstream this season. In Future Stars, we flash forward to what these young stars could be if they fulfill their potential. A squad of 21 Future Stars will be released in packs for a limited time with supercharged stats to help them compete with today's FUT Elite. So exactly, they're going to release these cards so that these cards can semi-compete with Team of the Years and really, really in-demand cards like that. So that makes sense to me. Throughout the event, 6 more Future Stars will be available through SBCs and objectives. Oh, I didn't see that. 6 more of these will be available through SBCs and objectives. Yo, EA in 2019, by the way, guys, is killing it. That Team of the Year promo was insane. So now that we can get 6 of these players through objectives and SBCs. And by the way, I just spent my whole last week going to get Versalco. EA, do more of this. I got a Team of the Year card via 12 wins in single matches, and it's an amazing card, and I'm going to use him as a fullback sub probably until Team of the Season. So do more of this, EA, because it's honestly fantastic. Throughout the event, 6 more Future Stars will be available through SBCs and objectives. The final Future Star will be decided by you, the FUT community. Fans logging into FUT between 6 p.m. UK Saturday and 6 p.m. UK Sunday. We'll get to, no, that's Monday. We'll get to decide who's going to be the fan Future Star. Okay, so honestly, this is fantastic. I have no complaints with this promo, and especially we get to vote for another one is honestly unreal. Here are the options. Saint Maxim, any of these guys, Brahim Diaz. Oh, wow, this is really cool. This is cool. So we're going to be able to vote for these 5 will be the Future Star nominees. So out of these 5, these ones people will be able to vote for. As the last one. So we're going to have to do a review later on today. We're going to have to go through here and see which one of these guys has the best trait slash stats as a base card. Because we're talking FIFA, we're going to want one of these cards to be really cool. I'm hoping, we'll talk about one other thing in 1 minute. FAQ, who is eligible to be a Footstar, the hottest breakthrough prospects who are 23 or younger. So it's 23 or younger. Ratings are determined, inspired by the FIFA database. Each ratings is what a player could be. So it's a potential thing. Why aren't players like Mbappe, Rashford, or Jesus in the squad? Okay, so they're arguing that those players aren't in the squad because they are established, which to me makes sense. Okay, so that's so they're just really including young players here. How does the fans future star vote work? Everyone who logs in a flip between 6 p.m. Okay, they can vote. Can I try out a future star nominee before I vote? Everyone who logs in. All right, so I would assume today what you will get is most likely an SBC. These cards will go into packs. You're not going to get a repeatable SBC for this, but you'll get an SBC to do one of these. These cards will probably go all into packs. So you can spend money to buy these players, or hopefully you can probably, this is what I was going to talk about with you guys. So from counting these this morning, I think 12 of these players are non-rare cards. Just so you guys know, 12 of these players are non-rare cards. In my opinion, I think 12 of these are non-rare cards, which means that you can pack these out of, I'll show you how this works. So the way that would work is that if you had a non-rare card, you can do upgrade packs to pack these. So you can get these out of a silver upgrade pack. And in a silver upgrade pack, what you have to submit is 11 silvers, 40 chemistry. You get a 3 common gold player pack, and that is, common golds are non-rares. So you have 3 players in that pack in which you can pack one of these players untradeable. There's not many of those players that are rare, but you can do them out of gold upgrades. I would assume their pack weight is going to be good because their base is so low rated that they're going to be common to pack. What you can do to grind this out, you can do bronze packs. So you can go onto the store, you can open up 400 coin bronze packs. You can put your bronze players into this pack. Now also, players like Phil Foden, there are some silvers in here. There are a bunch of them. There's a bunch of silvers, and the Sancho's a silver. You can put your bronzes into this team, pack 2 silver players, right? And maybe have a chance at one of those good ones. And then you put your silver players into the silver upgrade. So then you get the 3 non-rares. And that's the process that you would do if you're trying to go ahead and pack some of these players today. That's what I would do, and that's what I'm going to do on stream later today. I would assume these cards are going to be expensive, guys. I cannot lie to you guys. I would assume that a lot of these cards are not going to be cheap. And you guys have to understand, like with the whole player of the month Sancho thing, when the EA releases something like that, like where it's a younger player and people have like a big connectivity to it, everyone goes crazy. Because there's some kind of connection level that a lot of these team of the years don't have, and they're younger players, so everyone wants to go and use these. So I would assume that you're going to have some of these players today be very expensive, like Arnold. A lot of these players are going to be very expensive. Now, they're going to be good to trade with. I love the card design. And we'll do an investment guide for you guys on these players. Once they get into packs, we see the price ranges once they start to settle in price. But to be honest with you guys, man, there's a lot of cards in this team that are fantastic. Really, really cool cards. I'm looking at Arthur. What I would do based off this video and based off this morning, just chill out, right? Be knowing and ready to go for this afternoon. But also look at some links potentially for some of these players. I haven't looked all around the market, but I'm assuming that there's going to be some of these players that are going to be very used. And people are going to really, really try out. Like that Guendouzi, I think a lot of people are going to try to get their hands on. So I'm trying to think if there's a fullback on Arsenal that's decent, that has a special card. I think this Upamecano, I know he's behind my thing right now, but he looks insane. So I would say that that's a guy that a lot of people are going to try to go get their hands on. That Upamecano card looks absolutely ridiculous. Mendy looks really good as well. Mendy's actually fire. We've actually got 2 Lyon players. So Lyon is something that if you do have a center mid on Lyon, or a center back, or a winger, or a striker. I don't know if I think Fakir might go up a lot today because of the link. I think Fakir could go up a lot today because of that link to Mendy and all those dudes. What I want to do is I want to check on Footbin. Does Footbin have these new players in the database yet? I want to go to Footbin and see new players. Do they have them? They do. EA Footbin has all these players in the database, which is really, really good. So a lot of, man, do they have in-game stats as well? Well, they have in-game stats. So Sancho's going to have 91 finishing. So what I would like to look at is like with some of these cards, do they have fake stats or they're all real stat? And what do I mean by that is like sometimes with this kind of card, he'll have 90 shooting, but you look at the stats and he's got 80 finishing. So 91 finishing. So these cards are going to be legit. Now, the one thing with these cards, I'll tell you guys that is a problem. All these guys don't have traits. And I know that you guys are going to be like, Nick, the cards are sick. Just shut up. All right, these guys don't have traits. I get that. So that's a big deal for some of these cards because traits are really big in Ultimate Team. So that if some of these cards don't play like their stats say, it's because they don't have traits. Traits in FIFA Ultimate Team are one of the most unsaid important things to a cards and how they play. So I don't think any of these cards really do have traits because a lot of them are non-rares. Oh, finesse shot and flare. All right, so he's going to have those too. Never mind. Aurora's going to have Finesse Shot and Flare. They just haven't added them in yet. And then what is he going to have? He's got a, let's see, Flare. Okay. So I was just looking into that because that's a big deal as well for some of these cards. And that's something that you don't want to miss out on. All right, guys. So let me know what you guys think about these in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching the quick upload this morning. I know it was quick and I had to get it out there, but it's very appreciated nonetheless. Shout out to you guys for the support on the channel recently. And yes, boys, I will see you guys in a video soon. Peace out.